genetics counselor explained that based on statistics, the symptoms usually included congenital heart defects, characteristic facial features, immune system deficiency, calcium deficiency, a cleft palate, and the list just went on and on. I remember my first thoughts to God was, God, you sabo me ah? All my friends had healthy babies. Why me?
We were classified as a high-risk pregnancy, and we were subjected to more frequent scans. At first, they found that his heart was missing one valve. Eventually, a second smaller valve appeared. They found out that his thymus was missing. That meant his immune system was going to be poor, and he will have a lot of health problems. And I remember the medical staff actually asking us whether we want to consider keeping the pregnancy. While we were considering what to do, the thymus was spotted. That was good news, but it was short-lived. They found that the cerebellum was small. Again, we were posed the question of whether we want to consider keeping the pregnancy. Eventually, they found that the cerebellum was fine. So week after week, I felt pushed to the corner, left with just one solution. And that is what all medical staff alluded to, which is abortion.
Honestly, we never gave any actionable thought about what the doctor said about aborting the child until someone close to us, who's also in the medical professional, came to speak to us. He said, are you full of faith or are you naive? Why are you even thinking about keeping the child if the amnio test came out positive? Do you want to take a look at how sick children are hooked up to machines and tubes? If you want, I can arrange for an appointment for you to take a look. Have you ever considered the quality of life of the child? He may be able to get discharged from hospital, but you never know whether he can sit up, stand up, or even walk out of this house. Keeping the child when the test is positive is criminal. It's criminal. The conversation really shook us. Even before I became a Christian at 18, I've never thought that abortion was the right thing to do or something that I would consider. But this was a push that became a shove. I found myself negotiating with God. Like, God, can this be an exceptional case where abortion is allowed? What tore me was the image of Noah during the amnio test. I recall that when the needle came into my womb in the sac, his little hand came to reach out to the needle. And at that point of time, the doctor told the trainee doctor, hey, be careful, turn the needle down. And at that point of time, the little hand just disappeared. I was thinking, wow, he was very smart. He knew that something foreign was coming into the sac. And that was the point of time I realized that this is a life that can feel. And that really helped me to make the decision not to abort.
I remember that I was taking a shower and I was crying out to God, can I go ahead with abortion? But that's when I had a vision. I saw myself and my wife walking into a clinic. We were going for an abortion. I looked down at my hands and I could literally feel the weight of blood on my hands. And that's when one of the 10 commandments came to mind. Thou shalt not murder. It went from head to heart. And that's when I realized that abortion is just a nicer name for murder. And the worst part was, we were planning for our son's murder. Now that is criminal. Immediately after the shower, I went out and I told my wife that we are keeping the baby. Honestly, I didn't know what would happen next, whether things will be all right, or even if God is going to heal baby. But I knew one thing for sure, we couldn't abort. So from that moment, I began to speak to my son in Heng Wei's tummy, saying that, Papa and Mama want you, and you are safe, we will protect you.
I was very moved and would cry each time Gaia spoke life and protection over our child. But I still had to find peace for myself for the journey ahead. Some nights I'll wake up overwhelmed with my anxiety, unable to go back to sleep. God started to meet me in those moments. He gave me Psalm 84 verse 11. Part of it says, no good thing will He withhold from those who do what is right. Being carried by prayers of friends and even strangers, I began to look forward to His birth with expectant hope.
Noah was born on 7 December 2016. He came out crying and screaming and breathing normal air. Aside from the heart valve, which Noah eventually went for a heart operation at 11 months old, he didn't exhibit any health complications, contrary to what doctors feared. We felt something was amiss because our first doctor who attended to Noah told us that it will not affect our second child because this syndrome is not hereditary. God gave us a vision that Zoe will be strong and healthy, and we chose to hold on to God's word instead. Regardless of what happened, without the amniotic test, we will keep and protect baby.
Zoe was born a normal, healthy baby. No signs of velocardiofacial syndrome. Every sign of vigor and abundance of life, as her name suggests. Our experiences have taught us that words have power, even over life and death. We had to reframe the way we treat doctors' opinions. They gave us the best advice based on their experience and training. But only God knows the final outcome. Only God has the final say.